29th of September, Rabbi Furst, Pierke, Avos, Gates of Repentance.
Okay, good morning again. This is Rabbi Shlomo Furst with Samanapshi here in Schleimker Zoom. We are, as Ruth said, in Shai Tshuva Rabbeinu Yonah. We're in the first shar. We left off. Let's say we had made a point to make we're in the middle of something. Yeah. Right. Oh. Okay, I think in Sif Lamed, and we just got finished with the phrase. He calls man shadam hoilich achar atayven nimshach achri atolos achoimer yorchik midyan amaskelach laaz is gabru yetza olov. Where we have that statement there.
Yes, I see it. That's exactly where my marker is.
Oh, very good. Okay. All right. That and this statement. So yeah, let's read over that statement and just to clarify it. Go ahead, Lou. You want to America who likes to read?
Okay, so the physical consequence of his sin, I guess, is that he's distanced from the way of his intellect.
Right.
Therefore, he's overcome by his desire. His desires overcome him. Correct?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, should I continue?
Just take one moment to mention the Mesil Shishayim makes a statement which is very similar to this. That I'll read it for you. That it's in Pierke Good Gimel. But the Mesil Shishayim makes a statement. He says, "Ein lochad tanug oilemi, asher lo yimshach achrav ezechet bekirboy." That there's no physical worldly pleasure that does not bring after it some type of a sin in relations to its pleasure. That the involvement with pleasure is itself very risky, because the natural desires of the goof are that it wants and enjoys the pleasures of this world, which is the way Hashem created it, and so that's the way it should be. But that's only in the context of the serving Kadosh Baruch Hu, that those pleasures should be used to help motivate a person to serve Hashem better and to accomplish things he has to accomplish in the physical world. But nevertheless, there's the risk built into that the involvement with physical pleasure also involves the Yetzer Hara. So it's sort of like you're making a partnership with the Yetzer Hara. When you're involved with the physical pleasure of the world, you're involved with the Yetzer Hara. It's impossible to separate them. So when you can understand for yourself, when you get yourself involved with the Yetzer Hara, you have to be very careful, because it could trip you up. That one symbolic case that we see was with Noah. Noah, we know after he came out of the Teva, even though he made his bag for Kadosh Baruch Hu, and he was Makrif Karbonis, his thanksgiving that he and his family and everything else that was saved with him along in the Teva from the Mabul, but nevertheless he planted a vineyard. And the Medrash explains there that Noah was planting the vineyard in order he could have grapes to make wine, and there was a purpose that he wanted to have wine, and a good purpose, a positive, proper person for doing it. But the Yetzer Hara came along and made him an offer that they should be partners in building and planting this vineyard. And so once there was a partnership with the Yetzer Hara, that led to an eventual calamity, which befell Noah. So that's just one particular example. You can see when you join forces with the Yetzer Hara, and again, anytime you're doing something physical, especially if there's pleasure involved, meaning you're joining forces in some way or another with the Yetzer Hara. So always have to be very careful about that. Okay, let's continue on.
Okay, so Kinyan Shne'amar, as the matter is said, Vayishman Yeshurun Vayivat. Okay, so these three words are the quote. I don't know any of these three words.
Right. It says, Yishman, they became fat. From the word shemen, they became fat. Yeshurun is another name for the Jewish people. Right? Yeshurun is another one of the real names that the Jewish nation is called. Yivaret, and Yivaret literally means it kicked. I mean, they rebelled. So when the Jewish people,
what does it mean? What did you say it meant literally?
Kick. Yivaret is to kick.
Oh, to kick. Mm-hmm. I see. And so the Jews became fat and they rebelled.
You're right. So because we became fat, we were indulging in a way that we were getting fat and riding high. So that led to the rebellion.
I see. Okay, V'ne'amar, and it's also stated, Pen tochal v'savasta, etc. Perhaps you will eat and you'll be satisfied, etc. Or lest you eat and be satisfied, etc. V'ram levavecha and your heart will I don't know what Ram is.
Ram is to become uplifted, exalted, meaning basically your heart will become proud.
And your heart will become proud from the being satisfied. You eat and be satisfied, and then your heart becomes proud. V'ne'amar, and it's also said, Pen yisba esba v'chi chashti. I don't know eshba and chi chashti.
Esba is like from Saveya, to be satisfied. Then yisba, lest you become satisfied with shachachti, and you'll forget me.
Amaru zichronam livracha.
But
And
one second, just 1 second, Lou. It's important to note that according to all opinions, the only bracha that we say is Birkas Hamazon. It's the Raisa. Birkas Hamazon is the Raisa. There's a Maklokas if Birkas Torah is the Raisa. But according to all opinions, Birkas Hamazon is the Raisa. It's very significant that the one bracha that the Kadosh Baruch Hu has clearly commanded us to make, and says openly, right? You'll eat and you'll be satisfied and you'll bless me, right? That's directly parallel to this other statement of Mishlei, that they become full, become satisfied, and they will deny. They'll forget Hashem, right? So that's specifically a reason we can explain why Birkas Hamazon is a command deraisa, because it's so definite that a person, if he'll eat, he'll eat a good meal, and as soon as he's up from the table eating his good meal, he's going to run off to do his things, and he'll forget all about HaKadosh Baruch Hu. So
thank you.
You're welcome. So Kadosh Baruch Hu says, no, you eat a good meal, right? You're happy and satisfied with the good food that you ate. So before you get up and go around and run off and do the things you want to do, you take a few minutes and you give a blessing to Kadosh Baruch Hu who gave you all the food that you just enjoyed and ate. So that's very important. That's the one and only bracha, which is the rice according to all opinions. Okay, go ahead.
Aver katon yesh ba'adam masbi o ra'ev mar ivo sabeya. So aver means over.
Aver means an organ, a small organ.
Oh, an organ, a small organ. There is in a man. I don't know what masbio is.
So masbio, when you satisfy it.
No, that word keeps coming up. When you satisfy it, ra'ev. I don't know that either.
When you satisfy it, it's hunger. It creates hunger.
When you satisfy its hunger.
No. When you satisfy it, it becomes hungry.
Oh. It becomes hungry when you satisfy it. I'm sorry, I don't know any of these words. Mar iso sabeya, I don't know.
Marivo. So when you starve it, sabeya, it's satisfied.
Oh.
So again, the Gemara, this is Gemara in Sukkah. It says there's a small aver. We're talking a person he has tashmish, his aver tashmish, right? So that this small aver, it's not the biggest organ in his body. There are much more bigger organs than that. And the nature of this organ is the more you satisfy it, the more you indulge it, the more it wants, the more hungry it gets. And the less you indulge it, the less you satisfy it, the more satisfied, the more content it is. So
that seems that seems to be contradicted by the idea that a wife keeps one away from sin,
Right.
because with the wife, you're satisfying your need, and therefore you don't go elsewhere.
Right. So, so Chazal in the Gemara addresses this point, right? And there's another concept which the Gemara introduces. It's a concept of pas pasalel. Person has literally pas meaning bread, pasalel in his basket. Right?
Right.
It's a symbolic representation of the fact that when a person has bread in his basket, he's content, he's satisfied, because he knows he has the bread in his basket.
Right.
In contrast, a person doesn't have bread in his basket, he always feels hungry.
Right. He's worried.
So,
he's worried.
He's worried, exactly. He's worried. So he's always thinking about where he's going to get the bread. Where's he going to get the bread? He's not content. So a person is pas pasalel, which means in this particular point that you're asking about the wife, so a person has a wife, so he has pas pasalel, so he's content. But the person who's not married, right? So he has no content. The more he'll want to satisfy his desire, the more he'll be concerned about trying to fulfill the desire the next time, because he has no pas pasalel.
Sorry, excuse me.
You follow me? The drive for desire is proportional to the availability of trying to satisfy that desire.
Mhm.
I guess we can go on to Lamed Aleph if you'd like to read a bit more until Luke comes back.
Okay. Lamed Aleph. Okay. It says V'hinei hatava hanetuna b'lev adam. Okay, so here the desire netuna natan wanu is given to the heart of man.
And it's placed, right, the taiva is implanted in the heart of the person.
Okay. So it's implanted in his heart. I'll be right back myself. Okay. Okay. So then, let's see. Shoresh kol hapulo. Oh, that's the root of all his actions. Okay, so the desire implanted in his heart is The root of
I think
all
the
his
whole
actions.
motivation, the source for all his motivations, right, is his desire. So the question is, what is his desire? Like,
Right.
if a person has a desire for wants to see sunsets, right? So if that's implanted in his heart that he has a desire to see sunsets, his life won't be complete until he sees every single sunset he possibly can see. For fine wine, right? So he's going to be obsessed with the desire to achieve acquire fine wine. Everything else, right? If his desire is for fame, that's he wants to be wants to gain recognition, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's a desire to become famous. So he's not going to rest until he becomes achieves his desire.
Right.
Okay.
Okay. Lachain, imitakein hatavot, tachat asher kol ha'evarim yishartum. So what therefore, lachain is therefore, if he fixes his desire, or if he will fix his desire, the takein.
Then if it's properly ordered, if it's properly maintained,
Okay.
if he'll make it he'll have a reasonable, moderate. If he moderates his taiva,
Okay. Let's see. Tachat asher kol haverim yishartum. Tachat, instead of all his avarim limbs, I guess, will be served.
right?
Ah,
Yeah, we'll see. We'll finish this thought and we'll discuss it a bit.
okay. So let me go on then. Yim shechem acharei hasekel v'yilavu alav v'yishartuhu. Okay, yishmech. He pulls it. Yim shadri.
They'll be
Limshoch is to pull, isn't it?
right. They'll be like drawn after.
Mhm. Okay, so it's drawn after his intelligence. Let's see. And they will escort it, and Sharet is served, and it will.
So, right.
Oh, okay. Yiksharu kol hapolim, and they will. Let's see. I guess all his actions will be proper.
Right, except for culture, like they'll be all, in it. Those actions will exactly as you said, will all be proper.
Ah, okay. Be proper. Okay, Shenemar, as it says, and this looks like it's from Mishle, Vizach Yashar Pa'olo. And that, I guess, is, and pure is straight in all his actions. Wow.
So let's read this from the beginning of this paragraph. This is a very important statement. Let's read this paragraph, this 2-3 lines again, just to get a clear.
Oh, from the start?
Yeah.
Okay. B'nei ha'tava hanutuna b'lev adam shoresh kol ha'pu'ulot. Lachein im yitakein ha'tavot tachat asher kol ha'averim yishartum yimshechem acharei ha'sechel v'yilavu alav v'yishartutu yiksheru kol ha'polim shenemar v'zach yashar pa'alo.
So exactly, this is a very, very important statement that since that the taiva is implanted into the heart of a person, and that's going to be the source of all his behavior, right? And that's going to be the motivating factor for all his behaviors. If a person will moderate his taiva, then all of his body will come to serve him properly, because they'll be influenced by his intelligence. And then it'll be that the body and all its parts will serve him properly, and it will be a proper behavior, which is the ultimate outcome of all this. Okay, very good.
Okay. Let's see. V'nir'eh li shemifaresh hapasuk v'zach. So it appears to me that this is the explanation of the verse v'zach. Okay. Rotzeh lomar shehu zach min hata'avot. Oh, that is to say that he is, I guess, what, pure from all his desires.
Right.
Yashar pa'alo. His actions are straight, they're correct. Kol ma'asah bechezkat mitukanim visharim. And all his actions with strength, I guess, are correct and straight.
Right. Very good.
Okay. Could go on.
Yeah, a few minutes more. Yeah.
Okay. V'hu davar ha'lamed me'inyano shekatu acharav ha'hefech nefesh rasha ivta ra lo yuchan be'enav reyehu. Okay, so what? And this is the thing that, the matter that we learn.
Yes.
That is written after, I guess, his desires, his wants. Nefesh Rasha. So the person who is evil wants evil. Oh, that's interesting. And he doesn't find yuchan, I guess it's favor, in his neighbor's eye. The neighbor's eyes, it looks like it's plural. Okay. Doesn't find favor in his neighbor's eyes. Okay. V'ne'emar tavan hiyeh te'erav lanefesh Nihiyeh kemo nishbara. Okay. So his desire, or the desire, will be, we say that in the morning, will sweeten his soul, I guess. Okay. Shnei, where, let's see, Nihiyeh kemo. Oh, it says, let's see, Nihiyeh is, I guess, to Nishbara, being broken. Wow. Okay, so when it's associated with desires, it doesn't sound good.
No.
Okay. Okay, Milashon, okay. Looks like a pasuk or something from Daniel. Nihiyeti v'necheleti. I was broken and sick. Okay. Amar, hikasher yishaber adam ta'aba gam bidvarim hamutarim. Okay. So when a man will break his desire, also with things that are permitted to him. Okay.
Right. And it's not simply I mean, those things which are forbidden to us, right? I mean, we shouldn't even have a type for them, right?
Right.
If a person has a type for something which is forbidden, so the Yetzer Hara is working very successfully with such a person, right?
Right. Okay. Let's see. Bazeh, okay, tashliach hanefesh. So with this, the soul or person will be successful. B'midah hazot te'erav la. And this characteristic will sweeten it. Ki yarim haseichel yado v'gavar. Let's see, because yarim, it will, the Seika will elevate his hand and gavar.
And he'll triumph.
Triumph. Okay, very good.
Okay, nice. Okay. Fine, maybe it's good to stop here. There's a good point to stop.
Okay, just, I might be starting from a different computer, just to let you know.
Okay, so you can re-sign in if you want then, yeah.
Yes, okay.